Good afternoon, Stitch Roadies. Thank you for the little visit today. I am going to be a little bit chaotic or discombobulated because I have been spending the last 3 days ripping apart. No, I am not looking for that floss, but I still haven't found it. I just sometimes I drive myself crazy. Yeah. So here's the thing. I got it in my mind that I wanted to try the Good Notes, and I had bought an iPad with the little stylus, and now I can't find it. Yeah, I can't find it anywhere. Yeah. Oh, well, first of all, welcome. Welcome to the Beehive, where there are so many beautiful things and wonderful stitching moments going on. Just not today. Yeah, but I hope you hang out for a little bit longer. And if you decide to stay, please hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. So yeah, I have literally spent 4 days ripping apart every project bag, which was a come to Jesus moment for me. Yeah, it was a light bulb went on, but I went through every project bag and I went through all the kitted up things. Oh my gosh. I did weed out a few things that, when you kit things up, it was like in the moment, and then now you're like, I'm not feeling the love there, so I'm going to unkit that. Yeah. So that was going on, but I still have not found it. What's really funny is I found the box. I found the box that the iPad came in, and I found the stylus that I purchased with the box. Oh, and there goes the National Guard. Oh, he's by himself today. Usually they're in this tight formation. So, yeah, I found the box. Have not... Oh, there's comes the other guy chasing him. Oh, yeah. They're chasing each other. Well, yeah, I found the box. I found the box for the stylus, but, and I have in a memory that I downloaded the Good Notes and I started to try it out, and there was certain things that were a little more challenging, so I put it down. Now I can't find it anywhere. I know I have spent 4 days looking through every bookshelf, every drawer, every project bag, every conceivable place it could be. I know I'm a little bit whiny, but just know that today's episode is going to be a little bit off kilter because my brain can't stop thinking about where that is. And it's because my birthday's coming up next week, and G really wants, he has got to get me a present. That's how he feels. He is like, and he says, I think we should just buy a brand new one. But I know myself. It'll turn up, and then I'll be sick. Because when he took me down to Best Buy to look at them, I swear, I'm not kidding you, they had doubled in price just from when I bought it a few months ago. And isn't that the way things are? And so I said, absolutely not. I am not, because I know how I'll be when it does turn up. Do you know where it is? Do you know? Okay. I'm needing a lot of support here today, so just so you know, if this isn't the normal, she gets everything done kind of episode, please come back. Please come back. Yeah. And then I have another question for you. So I finished the birthday gift for my girlfriend. I really love how it turned out. So here it is. You know, I told you G cut out the bone for me and varnished it, and then I told him I wanted to write on the back, and so he attached this, and I wrote down all of her dog names on the back. And when I was doing that, I was going, I wonder why this dog was named Smudge. I don't know, but I have only been in relationship with the last 6 dogs that she's owned. So it was fun to hear about the other ones, you know, but it turned out really cute. Now I could not find the little pom-pom in the color I wanted, so I got white and I coffee dyed it, and it turned out really cute. But here's the question I have for you. I thought I was being really funny. When I saw this turn up on Facebook, I went to Amazon and I ordered it for her to go with that. And I thought it was going to be really, really funny. Because look at this. Isn't that hysterical? Well, I'm disappointed. Because I thought it was going to be a variety of pictures of beautiful places with a dog pooping. But in fact, all it is just dogs pooping. There's no like national parks or, you know, no pretty places. I mean, I was so disappointed in this. I mean, really, this dog has diarrhea. Can you believe that? I mean, I think I've been duped. I was expecting like the Grand Canyon with a dog pooping in the horizon or something. I don't know. So I'm very tempted to throw the thing away. Some of it is quite, you know, I don't know. It wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. So would you give this? Would you give this, or is it like, are you feeling like, oh yeah, no, that is not funny at all? Yeah. So, I mean, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Dogs pooping in beautiful places. No. Somebody was having a grand time collecting my money and saying, boy, is she going to be shocked when it's just dogs pooping. I know. Okay. So, we went camping. It was pouring rain and stormy, like the penny was like rocking and rolling, although I slept perfectly. And I only took my designated stitch. I thought this would be a good opportunity to make some headway, and so I went ahead and that's all I took. I was glad because I did make some headway. So here's where I'm at here now. Yeah. The funny thing is on the way home, I had run out of the baked apple, and that's this color here. And so on the way home, I asked G, how out of the way is it to stop at Acorns and Threads on the way home? And he goes, not far at all. So he stopped, I went in, and it was really great because it was a stitchy meetup day, and I got to see a bunch of my friends who were stitching away on stuff, and I got the thread that I needed, and I received a really nice package, which is here somewhere. I'll find it. But I know a couple of you have asked me what this was being stitched on. Now, I did one for his older brother a couple years ago, so this one is on the same fabric. It makes quite a big stocking, means more presents in my mind, makes total sense. And it is 18 count cork linen natural. And I got this at Acorns and Threads, and they kitted it all up for me. So, yeah, this is going to meet a deadline. Okay, so that is what I stitched on. I did get a finish. And here's the thing. You know, I feel like somewhat of a stalker. The Contented Stitcher, Kim. I met her down at the attic. I know, I'm kind of like Gaga. And the reason being is that she opened my eyes. And that's one of the things that we love about the community, is that we learn so much from each other. Not just how to make an X, but how to maybe live life, how to change our outlook about things. And Kim was one of those people that broke me out of that mindset of having to do exactly what the designer said. Now, yes, I think the designers know best, because after all, I would be a designer if I knew how, but I don't, and so obviously they know something that I don't. But the thing about her approach to cross-stitch is that she isn't limited by the design, if that makes any sense. She will look at a design, and sometimes she likes the whole thing and she does the whole thing. But many times she will say, oh, I only like this part, or I like this part and this part, so I'm going to bring them together. I mean, I was like, I don't know, it affected me in such a way that now I'm like a Contented Stitcher groupie. I like hang on every word. And it's not that I necessarily stitch the same things that she stitched. She's a big-time sampler stitcher, and I'm a dabbler sampler stitcher. But it's her approach to stitching that is so freeing. You know, I know, I sound like Gaga, huh? I am kind of. So that's what I did when I went to do this stitch for my sister's birthday present this year. I wish I had the full chart, but I decided I didn't want to do the whole thing, and so I only did the bottom half of it. And oh my gosh, did it turn out awesome. So here we go. Is that not beautiful? I mean, if I do say so myself, and I do, I say so. And yeah, and I picked the perfect frame. And that's the thing about frames, is that this frame has just a touch of silver and gray. And the fabric I used, which I don't know, I think it is Flannel Flower by Tabby Cat, I'm thinking. And I'm going to get better at that, just so you know. I'm going to get better at that, because people do ask and want to know what fabric you used. And I have those cards, so I'm going to try to be better. But this had a little touch of gray in it, and this frame, wow. And that silk thread was absolutely gorgeous. So I have a finish, a fully finished, I mean. So when I stopped at Acorns and Threads on the way back from camping, which was just absolutely a lovely stop, there was a, let's see here, there was a beautiful, this is from Anne in Georgia, and I can't tell you, thank you so much. I am just, wow. A lovely, lovely note. Look at that card. Isn't that gorgeous? Hey, that makes a good head, huh? I could be a butterfly person. But in it was a couple of pieces of a Teresa Kogut fabric. You know, this is like time to stitch. But I'm going to take this piece that was pinned to the fabric and just show it to you, because she stitched, this is like, I'm counting this as my first birthday present, because this is like, oh my gosh, it's so great. But look at that. It's beaded, and this is cross-stitched, and then look at this side. Ah, I know it. I know it. And the little bee beads, glass beads, are absolutely adorable. And it came pinned to this other piece of Teresa Kogut fabric. Thank you so much, Anne. I am like, I don't even know. You know, people are so creative. It's like my friend Linda that runs the Patreon Van Accessible. She's so creative. I mean, always got something going on. So I really, really loved it, Anne. Thank you so much. Well, while I was there, an order came in that I had placed, unbeknownst to me. You know, the thing about it is that a lot of times, you know, when you have a friend who owns a cross-stitch shop, yeah, you forget what you're doing. And so at Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit, when someone would show something, I would just yell across the room, I want that! So I totally forgot about, but Janine's always really good about remembering, especially with fabric or floss. She writes a note because she knows that I am not going to remember why I bought it or why I needed it. No, I don't. At the moment, I was passionate, and then a day later, I've forgotten. So, ink circles. But you know, I have family members who are quite in love with Hawaii. And this is a mandala sampler of the Hawaiian alphabet. And that's the thing, and I said it last time, it doesn't matter. I mean, this is a secret between us. It doesn't matter when you sign up for an event, a retreat, a workshop, if the designer is not on your top 5 list. It doesn't matter, because you're mainly going for the community and the experience. But the thing that happens more often than not is once you meet that designer and you see the heart of their designs and where that heart originates, you might fall in love. And that's what happened. That's what happened for me with ink circles. I'm like, oh, I'm like over, and that's why I wanted to find the darn iPad, because I'm looking as I'm looking around. because I think it'd be perfect. I think GoodNotes would be perfect for ink circle designs. But the Hawaiian alphabet, yes. And then this piece of fabric. I ordered this piece of fabric. Why? Janine's looking at the paper. She goes, I don't know why you ordered it. And I said, why would I order this piece of fabric? Why? Tell me why. It doesn't look, it's kind of stiff, and it doesn't look like anything I have in my repertoire. So I walked into the annex, which is where the girlfriends were all stitching and having their fabulous stitchy day. And I said, why would I buy this? And they said, because of that. And they were right. All on the back wall was the Satsuma Street display from the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. And I had already gotten the pattern and the floss for that pillow. And this was the fabric for the background. It takes a village. It absolutely takes a village. And so here I am. Both designers from the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit have sent me down another rabbit hole. Now here's the embarrassing thing. I ordered from Ink Circles this chart, and it was an embarrassing, I mean, I don't know if anybody else noticed, but for me it was kind of an embarrassing moment. You know, one of those moments when you're in a crowd and you say something that seems really stupid, or, you know, like lately a lot of politicians or stuff have gone on and they've opened their mouths and wish they could pull the words back. Yeah, that was me. Here I am at the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit, and Tracy is showing some ink circle designs, and family of nerds, I had to get this, but we don't have any little girls. We only have boys. And this was called the Little Alien Schoolgirl Sampler. I could just die now. I could just die. Because it reminded me of it reminded me of a memory where when my dad, you know, when I was in the 3rd grade, yes, it was the 3rd grade, there were some unfortunate events that had occurred in my life that were racially motivated. And yeah, that's a buzzword. But anyway, my dad pulled me out of the public school because he was going to have none of that, and put me into a Catholic school. We were not Catholic. And I had never seen a nun in my entire life. And the nun that I had was Sister Theodosia, which was this big nun with this brown habit and this long rosary and the white and veil, and I knew nothing about Catholicism, and but I wanted to fit in. And when she was talking about some Bible story and why did Daniel not get eaten by the lion, you know, and apparently within what those children in that school were taught, it was God's intervention. But where I had been, it was like he took a thorn out of the paw, and so they were friends, you know. So I raised my hand and was like a Miss Know-It-All, and everyone burst out laughing. I don't think I ever opened my mouth again. Yeah. Well, this was one, I don't know how I got on that, but this was one of those moments because I raised my hand and I said, so the little alien girl school sampler. Now, granted, I know nothing really about samplers, and I'm just learning that whole culture and genre of the sampler stitch, and I went to the Bristol retreat, so try to open my mind up. But I asked her out loud, would this be appropriate for a little boy? As soon as I said it, I thought to myself, uh-oh, okay, so is this alien script here say anything about boys? And where are the pronouns? Because we are a family of pronouns. So it was like, please, please. And she goes, no, she was so sweet. She goes, little girl samplers are historically, because the girls were taught how to do their alphabet, and yeah, boys were too, but you did, like, she could translate, like, this alien script is, it's written somewhere. But as soon as I said it, the back of my brain was going, danger, Will Robinson, danger, and I shut up. But I'm so happy to have this because, yeah, I mean, I have got to stitch this for my little boys. Look at, there's robots, and yeah. But it was a moment. It was a moment. But in my package from Tracy was an announcement. Oh, yes. I have it marked on my calendar. I hope you do too, because I had fun last year. And she also sent a complimentary, oh, and here was the other fabric that I had ordered that I have no idea, but it goes to something. It goes to something. This was the same fabric, Janine told me, it's the same fabric that was being used in last year's pin with, okay, so I guess that's enough. That's enough. I told you it was going to be a hot mess today. So you guys are going to put in the comments, would you want to receive that calendar of dogs pooping? I'm serious. I don't want to give it if she's going to be, like, appalled. And then, lastly but not least, I have a giveaway. And it wasn't, normally Fat Quarter Shop doesn't send me tangible things to give away because I don't have access, easy access to a post office. I have to kind of travel and, so I prefer the gift card thing or for them to send directly, but lines got crossed, and so I ended up with a giveaway packet arriving at my house. And so if one of you would like it, all you have to do is to use the word fall and to please be subscribed, and I do check who is subscribed and who isn't when I run the giveaway through the random check. And if you could go sign up for the newsletter at Fat Quarter Shop, that would be awesome. But this is really adorable. So here's the giveaway. It's a mesh bag. And these mesh bags, you can actually cross-stitch this stuff if you want. But it's a mesh project bag. And in the project bag is a whole kit. And I'm telling you, it is an entire kit of floss drops, the floss needed for the package, the needle minder, very adorable, and the pattern, which is a beautiful fall pattern. But do you see that background of that stitch? That is included also, and it is a printed piece of Ada for this, specifically for this project, the Autumn Splendor Sampler. So it's the full meal deal. So if you're interested, fall, sign up for, make sure you're signed up for a subscriber of this channel, and sign up for the newsletter at Pat Quarter Shop. You'll find lots of stuff there too. Okay, one more thing. When I went to get the little balls to go around my dog stitch that I coffee dyed, I saw this. Isn't that cool? I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I couldn't leave without it. So, oh, and I wanted to tell you one more little story. I don't know if I told you this already. Do you guys know where my iPad is? With the little stylus pen? It's a mini iPad, so it's very small. It's got to be here somewhere. Yeah. Oh well. But at the Pacific Northwest TIS Summit, I don't know if I already told you this or not, but Michelle Bendy, Bendy Stitches floss tube, she brought a whole bag of floss. Did I tell you about this? She brought a project to stitch and a whole bag of floss, and you could pick whatever you wanted to stitch in whatever color. I mean, the whole thing was going to be a party. And so I picked, I had never heard of this, but I liked the name of it, Pumpkin Spice by Fangirl Fibers. And so the stitching I did on her particular one was on this beautiful, I stitched, I think it was a flower. Yeah, so since I'd never seen that thread, I wanted to share it with you. Okay, that's all she wrote. You guys take care. I hope you have a wonderful week. And we probably won't be back for another week because we are attending the Crabapple Hill Halloween workshop up in Washington. So I'm looking forward to that. You guys all take care. Love you guys.